Good morning, Aurora. Good morning, Aurora. Good morning, Aurora. The time is 9 a.m. and you are listening to and watching First Aurora Weather here on Good Morning Aurora, the second largest city's first daily news podcast, but also Good Morning Aurora proper. Hope that you guys are doing well. We are back, as we were just talking about. We got a minute before we get to the weather for you. As we were just talking about with the squad, the team here. You know, it's interesting. Life is not necessarily about what happens to you. It's more about how you deal with things. Anyway, let's get to this weather. We'll get to that later on in the show. Dangerous swimming conditions today to be expected. Late this evening through Thursday morning. Stay dry when waves are high. I like that. Also, once again, the weather comes from the National Weather Service of Chicago, delivered to you here on Good Morning Aurora. Now, here's what we can expect. High waves of 3 to 6 feet, okay? Life-threatening currents. So this is not the time for amateur swimmers or theatrics, indeed. Illinois and Indiana beaches are the locations that will be affected late this evening through Thursday morning. Now, as we can see right here, we've got a map detailing the swim risk, the severity as well. So as you can see, of course, red is high, yellow is moderate, and white is very low. So here is our high risk. Let's be aware of that, guys. Let's be aware of that. Now, what should you do if you're out there swimming and getting your feet wet in our Chicago beaches? Well, glad you asked that. Stay out of the water. See what they did? Made it real simple for you. Obey posted signs and closures, okay? And then avoid piers, boardwalks, and lakeshore trails as well, okay? So that's part one. Now let's do part two of the most exciting weather, indeed. As Amir delivered to us a few days ago, we can expect a moderation of temperatures to increase, decrease, dissipate, something for us all to anticipate. Today, Wednesday, 86 degrees for the daytime high, 82 degrees for the daytime low. It's going to be a nice, muggy, hot one because, as we can see right here, we've got thunderstorms, 10 to 30% in the daytime expected. Now, as we get into tonight, it looks like those thunderstorms go away. 63 degrees for the nighttime high, 55 degrees for the nighttime low. Check out Thursday, 79 degrees for the daytime high, 74 degrees for the daytime low. Now, Thursday, there is no stormy weather predicted at the moment. That may change, but we can expect some clouds. Those clouds looks like they'll continue and perhaps increase Thursday night. 64 degrees for the nighttime high, 57 degrees for the nighttime low for Thursday night. Now going into Friday, check it out. 81 degrees for the daytime high, 76 degrees for the daytime low. Lightning is going to be coming. Looks like a mild storm pattern. 50 to 70% chance of thunderstorms on Friday. So that could be considered likely. Now that 50 to 70% chance, take a look at the evening. Nighttime highs of 72 degrees, nighttime low of 67 degrees, 60 to 80% chance of those thunderstorms. Now, check out Saturday. The thunderstorms, continue, but a little bit of sun is predicted. 87 degrees for the daytime high, 82 degrees for the daytime low. Now let's pause. What do we notice? Boom. Basically, when the rain and thunder starts Friday, it's going to be with us all the way to Saturday. Saturday night, 63 degrees for the nighttime high, 55 degrees for the nighttime low. Sunday, 76 for the high, 71 for the low. And Sunday night, 59 for the high and 51 degrees for the nighttime low on Sunday night. Let's recap. Today, daytime high of 86, daytime low of 82 degrees. Tomorrow, 79 degrees for the daytime high, 74 degrees for the daytime low. No rain predicted tomorrow, but indeed Friday, 81 degrees for the daytime high, 76 degrees for the daytime low. The rain begins on Friday, stays with us on Saturday, 87 for the high, 82 degrees for the daytime low. And Sunday, it appears to completely dissipate, 76 degrees for the daytime high, 71 degrees for that daytime low. I hope that you guys enjoyed the weather. I did. Now let's get into the show. We have a lot to talk about today, a lot of news. Let's do it. morning, Aurora. Good morning, Aurora. Good morning, Aurora. The time is 9:08 a.m. and you are listening to and watching Good Morning, Aurora, the second largest city's first daily news podcast. We are back. Then the crowd went wild, right? We missed you guys. Good to see you guys. A lot's been going on, as I mentioned in the weather portion. So many things going on, but also just crazy, chaotic, hectic stuff. Reschedules, tech, gremlins, all kinds of crazy things. But good to see you guys. Daniel Calderon, Aisha Saxon, good morning to you guys. So good to see you. Stacy Cardona, always a shout out, my very dear friend. Former neighbors, how about that? We got a lot to talk about today, but first, I want to say congratulations, and I'm proud of you, Luz, Cayetano, and Emir. They are currently right now live at the Parent Power Center and Kofi. At this very moment, Buenos Dias Aurora is live and conducting an interview as well. And let me tell you, that feels really good to see these people, Luz and Amir, doing their thing, capturing it, and sharing the story of what's going on in the city. Thank you very much. Liliana Muller, good morning to you too. Thank you very much. It really feels good. So congratulations to them. If you got two phones like I do, go ahead and check out Buenos Dias Aurora at this very moment, conducting an interview live. But we got things to talk about today. A lot of stuff to do, and we got some events coming up as well that I'm going to highlight and showcase. And I'm going to do these right now before we get to the regular news roll. So the first thing we've got coming up, I want to shout these brothers out and this fantastic team. The Fox Valley Christian Ministerial Alliance has a Men Who Cook fundraiser 2024. Now this is going to be dope, and a classic car show as well. It's going to be Saturday the 29th, 11:30 a.m. to 3:30 p.m. or until the dinners are sold out. Bam, there you go. Y'all can see that like that. Some of the finest male cooks this side of Fox Valley: pulled chicken, lip smacking barbecue, ribs, rib tips, southern style fried catfish, the best cobbler north of the Mississippi, which is a heavy claim. I told these guys that. Numerous fresh and tasty side dishes as well. This is going to be at Westminster Presbyterian Church, 10 North Edgelawn, Chicago. Curbside pickup, 10 North Edgelawn here in Aurora. Thank you, brothers. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Tickets are $16. You can get the works for $23. And for ticket information, call 815-715-6465. The number again, 815-715-6465. I've got another digital version of this, and we'll continue to share this on our Facebook page too. So if you like food, if you like barbecue, come on out for this great event. Josie Mendoza Geller, good morning to you. Becky Hoff, good morning to you guys as well. Felt crazy doing the weather. Haven't done it in a while. All right, and then the next thing is I want to announce that your favorite morning show here in Aurora is going to be working a lot closer with one of our sister cities down the river, Batavia, Illinois. Now, Cocktails in the Park is going to be July 27th from 7 to 10 p.m. at Appleton Park in downtown Batavia. This is going to be an awesome time. And Good Morning Aurora, well, Good Night Aurora is going to be there. This will be really cool. Now, scan to purchase. Tickets are on sale now. I have the other digital version of this as well, so we'll show that for you guys. Live music, drinks, appetizers, and raffles to support downtown programming. Now, we have a lot of listeners in Batavia. I want to say a shout out to the listeners in Batavia, and shout out to our friends of downtown Batavia Main Street. We've got listeners in Batavia. We have had for some years now. Couple years now. Batavia, St. Charles, Elgin, shout out to you guys all down there. We appreciate the love and support. So that's what we're going to do. Continue to love and support. We'll keep working together, right? We're not going to let distance stop us, you know? All right, the time is 9:13 a.m. Josue Pais, good morning to you, dear brother. Good morning on the road again, Biloxi bound. Awesome. Josie Mendoza Geller, be safe out there. We hope that you are having a blessed and positive day to you and the whole family. Okay, now that we got those cool things out the way, I want to read something. And before I do, I want to give a shout out to the Voice newspaper. Now, if you have been listening to this show since the early days, you will know that I hold the Voice newspaper in high regard. Why? Well, I believe that the printed word, the news, is authentic, genuine, powerful, and sincere. That's what it should be. And the Voice, Jason and Carter Crane, these guys have been doing news here in Aurora and the surrounding area for a long time. They do not get enough of a shout out. So anytime I have the chance, I always shout out the Voice newspaper. So I'm going to read to you guys an article that I saw about something that's going on in the city right now that's very, very important. Thank you very much, Josie. We appreciate that very much. So as you guys know, the city of Aurora had the most recent census showed a population decrease. The number escapes me at the moment. It's in here. Which is to Aurora's detriment financially and in the long term. So efforts are being made for a special census that will reflect and accurately count Aurora. Big stuff, important stuff, very, very important stuff. Did you know that funding that comes from the census is fueling things like school districts and our libraries? Very important. There is a letter to the area, scratch that up, a letter to the editor from our mayor. And I'm going to read it right now. This is a very, very important message about the importance of an accurate count in our city for the census. According to the 2020 census report, the city of Aurora's population declines from approximately 197,000 in 2010 to now around 180,000, indicating a loss of 17,000 residents. However, the decline is an unfortunate and unacceptable product of a faulty 2020 census report, which exacerbates inaccuracies and demands a revision of population estimates to correct this serious mistake. We know this is a mistake because we can clearly see that there are no large tracts of newly emptied homes or blighted and empty areas in our city. And the houses themselves didn't disappear into thin air. Furthermore, the people living in those homes didn't simply vanish. They still live here. Moreover, we firmly reject that the city lost an additional estimated 3,000 residents over just the past 3 years. Since the date of faulty 2020 census count, which the Census Bureau is also suggesting, it is painfully clear a significant undercount exists, particularly in Aurora's growing Hispanic wards. Consequently, the Bureau's new miscalculations worsen the already incorrect 2020 census and thus require revision of population estimates to correct mistakes which have adversely impacted Aurora. It continues, for those reasons, we are pursuing the arduous process of a special census recount. The undercount has severe and unjust consequences for our beloved city of Aurora. This directly impacts the allocation of crucial state and federal funds determined by population. The inaccurate count has already cost our city millions of dollars, depriving us of essential resources for new roads, schools, and other critical public sector endeavors. Furthermore, it's counterproductive and frankly baffling that instead of rectifying the 2020 count, the Census Bureau decided to issue new estimates based on the same flawed data. This injustice cannot be ignored and calls for immediate action. My constituents need to know that Aurora not only has lost millions of dollars annually since the inaccurate 2020 census, we will continue to lose millions. While my administration will assuredly continue to work diligently to obtain a recount and a special census, it's an extremely frustrating process that is slow to address these errors. Indeed, the Census Bureau must be held accountable for getting it wrong. It should halt the release of new population estimates until it has corrected the faulty 2020 census results. We must stand together to ensure our city is accurately represented and our voices loudly heard. Our residents should be counted fairly. We must ensure that Aurora receives the resources and recognition it rightfully deserves. So I am calling on the Census Bureau to step up and be more responsible and responsive in this process. Letter to the editor from our mayor of Aurora. Now, we're going to see a lot more activity with the census coming, a lot more information, both in English and Spanish, including resources and workshops and different things. And we should all do what we can to spread the information, represent ourselves accurately, and make sure that we have a good census count. As Ron Hain has always said, if you see something, say something. So if we're able to get our neighbors to represent and fan out some of the flames and smoke of what's accurate and what's not accurate about the census process, let us all work together to do just that. The time is 9:19 a.m. You are listening to and watching Good Morning Aurora, the second largest city's first daily news podcast. Norma Peterson is here. Good morning to you, my dear friend Norma Peterson. DJ Suave Smooth, good morning to you. And Tracy Duran, make sure to visit the Aurora Regional Fire Museum and order your award-winning strawberry barbecues dinner for tonight. Pickup tonight is from 4:30 to 6:30. You can also order a dinner for 2 or 4 for our first responders. How about that? That's right. Get on out there and support the brothers with some tasty, tasty food. All right. Now we're going to do some of the local headlines for you guys. A lot of news to talk about, important things going on right now in the city. So get ready for this. All right. Lewis University. Free food, childcare, and gun locks are available. Now, our dear friends of Be Smart Gun Safety for Kids are working with Lewis University to put on these very helpful workshops. So they are going to be July 11th in Romeoville. 15th in Shorewood, the 16th in Naperville. I thought it was July already. I was like, did we miss these? No, we did not. On the 18th, they'll be in Romeoville, the 22nd in Bolingbrook, and on the 25th, back in Romeoville again. And July 9th, as you can see up top, they will be in Aurora. Participate in a focus group to talk about parental preferences for safe storage. Now, let's recap. If you recall, we had a fantastic panel discussion with our friends of the Kane County Health Department, Project Safe Aurora, and others, talking about the issue of gun violence in our community, but also nationwide. And that was at the Prisco Center. Those efforts, that information, that discussion is also what is fueling these kind of workshops and talks and discussions. So the work is continuing to be done. It's continuing to take different shapes and forms, and a lot of it happens at the local level, not only in Aurora, but as you can see here, Romeoville, Shorewood, Naperville, and Bolingbrook. So you can scan the QR code to register. This will also be on our Facebook and Instagram as well. And if you have any questions, you can contact Dr. Hannah Klein, hklein1 at lewisu.edu. And get ready. You might see him on the show very soon. All right. Next up, ladies and gentlemen, our friends of Simply Destiny have a great national night out event coming as soon as I can find it. Aha. Now, it's going to be August 6th from 5 to 8 p.m. Come and join the community. Join for an evening of fun, giveaways. There's going to be a face painter and a bounce house as well. This will be at 122 West Downer Place, right next to Gremlin Studios here in downtown Aurora. Shout out to Simply Destiny. They do a lot for the young people of Aurora, engaging them in many great activities as they've done for many years. For more information, you can call 331-643-6001. The number again is 331-643-6001. And also follow Simply Destiny here on Facebook, Instagram, and I think they have Threads too. All right. Next up, you guys, Lewis University printed out twice. All right, so this is that the planning workshop? Aha, here it is. Patient and Family Advisory Council. Now, this is on behalf of our friends at Rush Copley. Rush Copley's Patient and Family Advisory Council ensures the voices of patients and families are represented to help deliver the highest standards of safe, comprehensive, and compassionate health care. To apply, if you're interested in serving on the Patient and Family Advisory Council, there is an application to complete. The QR code on the right side in the green box will take you there if you want to learn more about that. Now, members are asked to make a 3-year commitment. For council members aged 18 to 25, they also offer the option of a 1-year term. So, yet another way to do what we can for others in our community. And I want to say a good morning to our friends of Rush Copley, Omar Ramos and Mariana Martinez. For more information, you can email rcpfac@rushcopley.com or call 630-692-5286. The number again is 630-692-5286. Betty Ann Horton, good morning to you as well. Norma Peterson, thank you very much. Good to see you guys. The time is 9:24 a.m. Feels kind of weird being back, man. We're getting out the seat for a little bit, been in the streets, running around. Now, here's something fun, and this will involve avocado toast, coffee, sandwiches. Doesn't that sound good? The Small Business Resource Fair, the very first annual Resource Fair, is going to be at Society 57 on Wednesday, August 7th. It'll be from 1 p.m. to 3:30 p.m. This is in conjunction with the City of Aurora. The City of Aurora and Society 57 are putting on this fantastic event. This free event will connect business owners with valuable resources to help them establish, maintain, and grow their business. Let's say that again. Establish, maintain, and grow your business. Get it started. Keep it going, make it grow. It's got a nice ring to it. Now, vendor registration information is coming soon. I will update you guys to that as well. The QR code on the bottom right-hand side of this flyer is what you'll need to register for this. Now, it's aurora-il.org/resource fair. You will see this on our Facebook. We've seen it on Facebook story for a while, Facebook and Instagram and our social media as well. So get ready for this, the very first annual Small Business Resource Fair. This is going to be a lot of fun. And depending on that particular day on Wednesday, you might even see your favorite local newsman there. Wouldn't that be something? All right. Next up, this is going to be cool. The free strategic planning workshop. Thank you very much, my dear brothers in the booth. The first 25 individuals to register and attend both dates will receive a copy of Dr. Shatterman's new book. Now, this is brought to us by the Dunham Foundation, presented by Dr. Alicia Shatterman, a professor and vice provost of academic affairs at Northern Illinois University. The objectives are to prepare your organization for a strategic planning process, write dear and concise strategic goals that are measurable and doable, know when and how to include stakeholder voices in the strategic planning process and implementation, and allocate resources to accomplish strategic goals, including budgeting. This workshop is free, a free strategic planning workshop. Now, to RVSVP, you can call 630-892-5456. 630-892-5456. This is going to be in Mercy Hospital at the Macaulay Conference Room. I will definitely be there for both of these dates, July 15th and July 29th. Part 1, which will take place on July 15th, is going to be the cycle of strategic planning, including readiness, stakeholder engagement, and data collection. And Part 2 is going to be the cycle of strategic planning, including values, vision and mission, performance, measurement, and implementations. Now, I'm going to tell you something right here. I'm going to give you a little taste right now. I'm going to tell you why this is important. Because this right here is going to fuel 100 years of news. I guarantee you that. What will be birthed out of this will, God willing, hopefully continue to bear fruit for everyone in the city of Aurora. That's the goal. All right, next piece of news, and I think the last piece of news. Good morning to you. Julia Lindbergh is here. Good morning to you, Julia. Dora Sanchez Soto is here. Good morning to you, Dora. And Ruby Sue is here. Good morning to you as well. Before I get to this piece of news, if you did not see Ruby Sue's interview with Officer Will Whitfield, you are quite remiss. It was delightful. It was heartwarming, and it was also inspiring. I encourage you to go to our YouTube channel, check it out, and also subscribe to the channel, please. It would help us out very much. But that interview was really good, Ruby Sue. Shout out to you and Dora Sanchez Soto and McCarty Mill. Family always get love from us. Next up on the screen, last piece of news here, is the Toy Drive Car and Bike Show. Yes, I, your host, DJ Venom, Josue Pais of Harry B's Dog Parlor, Chicano Times, and others are putting together this fantastic experience. That's what I'm going to call it. It's an experience, not just a car show and a bike show. It's going to be an experience. As you can see on the screen, judging and awards, live DJ and food, a 50-50 raffle. This will be from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. Where is it going to be at, Curtis? It's going to be at 1844 Ferry Road in Naperville, Illinois. Lowriders, bombs, dubs, motorcycles, and bicycles. All of that is going to be taking place there. Now, for more information, you can see the QR codes on this particular flyer. We've shared this. We'll continue to share this, and I would love to see all of your smiling faces out there. Now, what's the cost to get in? There is no cost. We just ask you to donate a toy for a kid. That's it. How about it? A new toy to donate. You see that right there, right on top of the lowrider. That's it. So if you would donate a toy that would go to a young person who may not otherwise have one, that would mean a lot. All right, the time is 9:29 a.m. And I want to say, great morning, just learned John Lash Auto will be running for mayor of Aurora. That is the second humdinger of the day after the 50 to 70% chance of thunderstorms we'll experience in about 50 hours. Thank you for that, Julia Lindbergh. I wanted to, before we wrap it up today, I did want to mention that I saw something that made my heart smile recently. This made me feel so good. Many of us parents look and we see, the kids on the phones. Maybe our phones, our kids use devices all the time. They're like, go outside and play. That's how it is in the new digital age, right? Kids are on the phones. They're on the devices all the time. And I saw something I hadn't seen in a while. I saw a kid climbing a tree. I remember when I used to climb trees, but he didn't just climb a tree. I was driving through the neighborhood going to get coffee, and I saw a whole bunch of kids around a tree, and they were all looking up and they were pointing. They were all looking up, and I was like, what are they looking at? Got a little closer. You know what they were looking at? Some kid climbed up in the tree, and he was hanging upside down from his legs, showing off. Just showing off. And all the kids were like, they were just showing off. I hadn't seen that in a long time. That was really good to see. That was a really refreshing sight to see, that they're still out there climbing trees. So I thought I would share that miscellaneous story with you guys, because let's take a look around a little bit more. It's not all just fast, high-paced technology in this digital age and running around in emails and calls back and did you get this and did you get the TPS report or stamp it and the memo came through and I got to reply back with reply all you, right? It's not. It's also stopping to smell the roses and climb trees. Love it. All right, that is it for the day. Daniel Calderon, my man, appreciate that, my brother. Flashback memories, bro, straight up. That was a flashback. I want you guys, we're going to wrap this up right now. This was a great day. Felt good to be back, but I want to let you guys know that there will be no Good Morning Aurora tomorrow live here in the studio, because the team has important things to do out there in the city. So Good Morning Aurora will return regularly scheduled program and time on Friday. Get ready for Friday. Friday, we got a good set of interviews for you guys on Buenos Dias, Aurora, and Good Morning, Aurora. What I'd like you to do, please, right now, is when we wrap it up here, check out Buenos Dias, Aurora, and see what's going on with the Parent Power Center. Young people, youth, experience, positive vibes, art, safety, snacks, all of that. Our city is growing. Our city is thriving. Be blessed. Take care of yourself and each other.
Why